and welcome to ET Energy World. I am Sudhir and we are at the India Energy Week talking to none other than Mr. Akshay Kumar Singh. He's the MD and CEO of Petronet LNG Limited, widely known as PLL. A very warm welcome to you on our platform, sir. Let me begin this conversation by trying to understand from you. What is the larger role that you see the company playing in the the government set target of 15% as far as the contribution of natural gas is concerned in the larger energy basket of the country? Yeah.
As we know that our government stated vision and policy is to increase the natural gas in primary energy basket of our country from 6% present level to 15% by 2030. This translates into almost 3.5 to 4-fold increase in the present consumption of the natural gas in the country. Presently, almost 45% of natural gas requirement of the country is being imported in form of LNG and 55% is the domestic gas. But going forward, if we have to meet this 15% requirement, the LNG requirement is going to increase substantially. In fact, the rough estimate is that you will need more than 120 million metric ton per annum of LNG import if you have to achieve 15% target by 2030. Currently, our country has got installed regas capacity of 47.7 MMTPA and 20 million ton per annum capacity is under construction. So probably in couple of years, we will have a 67 million ton per annum capacity. But we need to go more than 150 million ton per annum capacity because all the terminal doesn't operate at 100% capacity. Even considering 80% utilizations, you need 110 to 120 million ton per annum regas capacity. In this direction, our company operating the Dahej LNG terminal, which is the world busiest LNG regasification terminal of capacity 17.5 MMTPA. We are in a process of expanding it by another 5 million ton per annum capacity, and by all probability by next year March 2025 that expansion project will be completed. So we will have a 22.5 million ton Dahej capacity. We are also in the process of setting up 4 MMTPA FSRU based East Coast terminal at Gopalpur in Odisha, which will be converted to land-based terminal of 5 MMTPA. Our Kochi terminal, which is presently of capacity 5 MMTPA, is presently operating only 1 MMTPA capacity because of constraint of pipeline connectivity from Kochi to Bangalore. And GAIL is in a process of completing around 250 km of pipeline to connect to Bangalore by this year end. Once this line is completed, our Kochi terminal will connect to national gas grid, where Kochi gas can flow to West Bengal, to Nangal, to Guwahati, any part of the country, and we expect that our terminal utilization of Kochi will substantially increase from present 20% to gradually 50, 60, 70, 80 and 100. So almost you can say that 5 million ton at Dahej, 5 million ton at Gopalpur and 4 million ton unutilized Kochi terminal will be contributing to the nation LNG augmentations, and this will be a substantial boost. Currently almost 75% of LNG import is handled by Petronet LNG, and we would like to maintain our leader position in the future also, so that we play a key role in meeting the imported LNG handling facility in the country.
Okay, so that's very nice. But tell me, of late the company has not been in the news because of the Qatar deal. So what is the deal all about? What is the largest significance of the deal when it comes to Petronet's operations and also the natural gas requirement for India? Can you put that in context for us?
In fact, it is in public domain that we signed this deal in 1999 for 25 years of contract, which is going to expire by April 2028. So there was a contract, in the contract provision that 5 years before the expiry of the contract, if the both party is willing to extend, they can decide for further extension of the contract. So as a part of the existing contract, the negotiation started with all our off-taker, where the off-take guarantee has been given by GAIL 60%, 30% IOCL and 10% BPCL. And with hard negotiations, we could finalize the deal, which is one of the best deal we consider it. And it is in national interest and for ensuring the security of the energy supply for the country for 20 years period. It is a long term deal from 28 to 48, and it is linked with the Brent crude, where if the Brent crude prices goes down, the prices will come down. If it goes more, it is linked with that, and we consider that energy is being sold linked with some substitute replacement. So this is we consider that this is a very good deal for the nation and for the company and for all our stakeholders.
Okay. So one more thing that I want to understand from you, there's a lot of volatility in the external, if you look at the external sector today, a lot of volatility in the market. How does that impact the larger plans that we have in terms of setting up new terminal capacity and the utilization and efficiency level also? And all of this is coming at a time where the government is also talking about, having a universal, accessibility in terms of ensuring that there is enough energy available, right? So from energy availability point of view, we need more and more energy, but then the external sector is volatile. So how do you see all of this panning out?
See, during the last 3 years of volatility, we have seen that because of pandemic and the Ukraine-Russia war, the LNG prices were jumping from $2 to $86. And this was an unprecedented phenomena. And all the producer supplier realized that it is in the best interest of everybody to stabilize the price, otherwise there will be some demand destructions. We could observe that almost 20% demand destructions in China and India happened because of this volatility, but once the prices are stabilizing, the last year there was almost 10 to 11% increase in the natural gas consumption in even China and in India. So this is a market driven commodity prices, and it has a cyclic effect. You can't say that always it will be at a particular level, but market adjusts these prices, because if the prices goes beyond certain level, the consumption is getting affected, and that is also not in the good interest of the producers and suppliers, and then it balances. So our expectation is that lot of future LNG terminals are also being set up across the world, and there is no dearth of reserve of natural gas. That is the beauty of the natural gas. It is in abundant quantity and it can last hundreds of years. It is only that if the producers and the supplier doesn't understand the gravity of the things, they will be the major loser rather than the consumer, because people will have an option to switch over to some alternate fuel. So I think it will balance, and as we have seen in the past, it will continue in the same way.
That's right. Sir, my last question to you, if you look at from a business point of view for Petronet, what are the top 2 or 3 things that you see materializing in the current year?
See, Petronet LNG was mainly focusing on the regasification terminal in the last 25 years of its existence. But now we have started diversifying our business, and recently, just 3-4 months back, our board of directors gave the approval for setting up the 750 KTA PDH and 500 KTA PP plant at the Dahej terminal, adjoining to our existing LNG terminal, with an investment of 20,685 crore. This is a very good project and it has a very good return, and this will be the first petrochemical plant which is integrated with the existing LNG terminal, where the cold energy of LNG terminal will be utilized in the refrigeration cycle of the petrochemicals. And we have a land available there of 50 hectare of the land. All the environment clearance almost at the final stages, all the statutory permissions are. So we will be launching it, and we at the very fast pace of executing that project. One more thing, first time we are constructing the 3rd jetty at the Dahej terminal. We will have a unique facility of handling propane, ethane and LNG, which is nowhere in the country.
So again something unique.
Something unique. And this 3rd jetty which will have a unique advantage to Petronet to have their raw material control of the propane is the raw material for setting up the PDH plant, and 1 million ton of propane is required, and even we will be supplying 1 million ton of ethane to our other affiliated and related company for their petrochemical plants. So it is a diversification of the business which is going to take another level of Petronet.
So on that positive note, thank you for your time.
Thank you. Thank you.